everybody, and welcome to a Tatter-a-fact here at the Girlz Inc. studio in Las Vegas. And we are here with another Zoom podcast. And today we have Michelle Hefner with us. Yay.
Hi.
Yes. As in Hugh Hefner, but with two Fs.
Right, we're a little bit extra.
A little bit. I like that. I like that. It's good to be extra.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you are out of Maryland.
That's right. Yeah, I'm about halfway between Baltimore and DC. So we have a ton of diversity in our area, all age ranges, all skin tones. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I was just watching something about Las Vegas from like our town council. You know, sometimes I flip channels and I stop on those really boring channels every now and then. And they were saying Las Vegas is the second most diverse city in the United States right now. Did you know that? I didn't know that either. Yeah. So I was like, you know, but it makes sense. When I'm out and about in Vegas, I mean, you see, like you said, all, you know, ethnic backgrounds, all, you know, gays, transgender, straight, I mean, conservative, you just see everything here. So I think we're like a big, huge melting pot of diversity and inclusivity, which is great. It's the kind of city I want to live in. So I love it. Is it cold? Is it cold back there right now?
It just started hitting like the 30s and the 40s out here, Fahrenheit for those of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just started hitting that.
Yeah, and snow. Well, you know, for Vegas, it's been chilly, but this week's been pretty good, I think. I think we're hitting like 70 for Thanksgiving, right around there. So not bad. But a lot of people don't get that Vegas, we can get really super cold days like in the winter, but we don't typically get snow. You know,
the last time I was there for America the Beautiful, it was raining and kind of chilly, actually.
Yeah, we do have those days. We do have but we love those days because, you know, we have about 350 days of sun a year. So, you know, when it rains, it's almost, you know, people are afraid to drive. They turn on their fireplaces. Like, oh, I got to hunker down. It's raining, you know. But it's good. It's good. So, hey, I just want to tell our viewers, this is our very first podcast for 2023. I know. Yeah. So kind of fun. It's not only our very first podcast, it is the very first podcast of season 3. So we're kicking off season 3. Yeah. And I was just telling you earlier before we went live, is I didn't really think too far ahead starting this whole Tatter-a-fact thing. I just thought it'd be like something fun. But yeah, we're all really enjoying it. And we get a lot of messages and DMs on how people are just really, really digging it. They're getting lots of information and education. And we have some people say it's their morning news now. They get up and they, you know, listen to 15 minutes with their coffee before they have to go get ready for work. So we're just getting all kinds of messages from artists all over the world that are digging Tatter-a-fact. So
yeah, I'm one of them. Yeah. That's why I reached out, because I love you guys so much.
Yeah, and so you hit me up in an email. And I was like, hey, Taryn, you think you want to like talk about color theory on Tatter-a-fact, do a podcast? And I'm like, hell yeah. I love talking color theory with other artists. And you and I have never really had conversations about color theory. So not really. So it will be really interesting. I think conversations like that, like we don't really rehearse, you know, these conversations. They're not scripted or anything like that. I do get a little outline, like a little bullet point. So I don't ramble or I don't miss any, you know, because I can ramble. Or I don't miss any, you know, good points, like good juicy points. But other than that, it's not scripted. You never know how the conversation is going to go or what my guest is going to say. So I'm excited about this conversation. So
good.
Yeah. So Michelle, so how long have you been in PMU?
It is a little bit over 4 years. It's going to be 5 years in March 2023.
Okay. So you're just getting out of kind of that newbie kind of stage and into starting to be a
Yes.
little
Yeah.
seasoned. Things are starting
Feeling the
to
groove.
feeling the groove, settling in, getting comfortable and confident. And that's about the year that it happens for most artists, about that 5-year mark. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
congratulations. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate that.
you're welcome. So why color theory? Why did you want to talk about color theory? Does that happen to be one of your passions or your topics of interest?
Great question. I was noticing in the Facebook forums, just all the different Facebook forums for professional permanent makeup artists, that so many people were asking questions about it, and they were getting a million answers and getting very confused. And some of it was like, oh, I've heard that before, but I don't think it's true from my experience. Or I don't know where you learned that, but I know that it's definitely not true. And it was like, why are you overcomplicating things? There's only so many colors or eyebrows. Why are you overdoing it?
Right. Yeah. And I think that's it. And I think color theory can be a layered, complicated subject and knowledge to absorb for the newbie. Right. But it doesn't have to be. And
Exactly.
yes, and that's why I got super deep and passionate about color theory all those years ago when I first started.
Yes, the webinar.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to do that webinar, because when I first started, I took several color theory courses, and one of the color theory courses, I remember the teacher actually getting out these swatches, these fabrics, and holding it up, and if you're a fall, you're cool.
Winter.
Yeah, or winter, and I just remember getting like all these different opinions and theories and what. And it confused me. And then I took a color theory course from a pretty straight shooter who kind of uncomplicated it a little bit for me. And then as I, went on in my career, things just started making a lot of sense to me. And that's why I built my color theory course, was to uncomplicate the complicated, because it's really not that complicated. But with that said, you have to learn it. There's things to learn, things to know, things we need to be able to identify, right? And yeah, and sometimes I feel, Michelle, that people in PMU, not everybody, but a lot of people I see, like, they don't want to take this time to study and learn. They just want to go to the Facebook and get a quick answer. And like they
take that dollar.
Yeah. They don't want to take the time to study, to read, to apply, to learn. But that is required in order to be a knowledgeable artist who can, with pretty high accuracy, predict your healed results. Because I believe when we learn color theory and you learn your pigments, you can predict your healed results with pretty high accuracy. And who the hell doesn't want to do that? Right? I mean, no more walking into the lobby, praying like, oh, please, 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 please let it be the color I want it to be, or please don't let it be gray and ashy. We don't have to, succumb to, a wing and a prayer kind of results. We can, nail those results once you learn color theory. So
I know. And that's once you finally get to that stage, you're like, yes, I am a PMU goddess.
Yeah, exactly. But I love color theory. I think it's just a really super fun topic for me. Love talking about it.